So it's a new year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
About that.
Just because it's a new year doesn't mean things are going to be different. You know the saying, don't expect things to be different if you continue doing the same thing. If you want a better life, if you want a happy life, don't wait for the world to change for you to be happy. Because that's what a lot of people do. They go, well, when the world gets better, my life will improve. Don't wait for the world to get better, because it's probably going to get worse. Because the people out there, they're not going to want to change. They're stuck in their ways. They're going to continue doing the things that are unhealthy, and they're going to continue to get sick and die. You should not be affected by what other people are doing. The money situation, the economy should not affect you that much if you are in the right state of mind.
In order to be in the right state of mind, you have to be feeding your brain the correct nutrients in order to deal with and handle and see your way through these things, or just deal with it, have the strength to deal.
Right. That's a big part of it, what fuels your motor in your head.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It's also what you choose to see through your eyes and how you choose to look at the world. Your perspective of the world is everything. That's what determines how happy or unhappy you will be. Two people can be in the same situation. Actually, 100 people can be in the same situation, and there'll be 100 different moods, 100 different ways of seeing the same situation. More millionaires were created during the Great Depression than any other period of history, which is what most people consider the worst period of history, because they saw opportunity. It's your choice. Do you see bad stuff? Do you see nothing but things to complain about? Or do you see opportunity? Do you see a way to do things different, possibly help other people? And
that's so optimistic of you.
Well, that's
such an optimistic way to look at life. My gosh.
That's the way you monetize. That's the way you become successful, is you offer something to the world that it needs. That's how these people become. If you don't have anything to offer the world, you're not going to become well off. There's an issue, there's a problem, there's a lot of problems, and people go, I'm forced to figure out the answer to this. And when you do, if you start sharing it with the world, you'll become successful. So, all right, so that's number one. Number two is your body, your health, okay? The big issue right now is the world is sick, and a lot of people are dying because they're unhealthy. Healthy people aren't affected, unhealthy people are. So it's your choice. You want to be unhealthy or healthy. This is the period of year where I always go, now that you're sick again because of the holidays, you're eating comfort food and sugar, you're not moving your body very much, you're just sitting around, you're on the internet, you're just trying to stay cozy with your food and your warm blankets and everything.
And you know you're choosing the wrong foods to put in your body. You know you are. You feel that pang of guilt as you do it, but you do it anyway, and you tell yourself, no,
it's not gonna
it'll be different tomorrow, I'll change tomorrow. Well, it's the new year. Today is tomorrow.
Forget the COVID thing. Forget all that. People get sick this time of year all the time. I've made videos about it every January 1st saying, now that you're going to be sick again for the next 3 months, it's your choice. It's your choice to be a new person, which is a role model for the world, and other people become inspired and they follow you, or you just become one of the whiners that is just, I'm just another victim. See, there's another one right there.
Speaking of getting sick,
there goes another one.
There's a hospital right around the corner from where we live.
Yeah, and we hear the effects of people having their buffets and their comfort food and their bread and sugar and dairy and cookies and crackers and cakes and pies and all that stuff. We hear the effect every 5 minutes with a siren. Another person had a heart attack. Do you want to be that? Do you want your loved ones to be that? I don't want to spend my life lecturing. But if you care about people, unfortunately, that's what you end up doing.
And you think, one of these times it's going to hit home. One of these times this person is going to, everything will be in alignment. They'll sit down on their sofa, they'll push play, and it'll resonate. Oh my God, yes.
Well, you heard the statement. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Or you've heard the saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Never give up. Just keep doing it. Even if you guys fail, always try to. Don't give up. Say, no, I am going to make that goal to eat healthier.
Most successful people in the world bombed 1 million times before they became successful.
In sales, if you're not hearing 15 no's a day, you're not doing the right thing.
I mean, almost everybody who became successful will tell you the same story. Everybody said no to me. I was declined 1,000,000 times. It was that 1,000,001 time. You just kept going. You just kept, or you tried something different. Well, if that's not working, let's try this.
The road to success is paved with
1,000,000 failures, right? So
that's so true.
people sit there and they whine and complain. They say they're victims. Well, there's a door to a new world. All you have to do is open it and walk through it. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey. No journeys are, but you are on the journey, and you will not get to your destination if you don't start putting a foot forward. You might trip a few times. You might lose everything, but you're still moving in that direction. And that's the most important thing.
I was 18 years old and I didn't know what I was going to do at this one point in my life. I wasn't in school. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a direction. And instinctively, I said, look, I don't know what I'm doing, but I have to get out there. And I think I will find the right way if I'm out there, but I'm never going to find it if I remain inside my father's, inside my home, inside my father's home. You have to get out there. And eventually, the wrong thing will find the right thing. I wasn't basically doing the right thing at first, but
your life always can be improved. No matter how well off you are, you can always improve it even more. If you are perfect, you wouldn't even be here. You'd be a beam of light flying through the air.
I heard someone say once, if you're looking for that perfect person, you will be a lonely person for the rest of your life. There is no perfect person.
Well, you can get pretty close. Anyway,
that's my line, not yours.
Anyway, so yeah, this is the season where everybody gets sick.
Isn't it true? More people get sick in colder parts of the country, like back east, because. Don't tell me that is why I used to get sick in my early 20s when I lived in Chicago. Every year in Chicago, during winter, I don't know what it was. I'd get the chills.
What do people
I'd be freezing and it'd be.
You'd get sick. What is
it? The flu?
What do people do in the cold parts of the world?
I was not eating I was vegetarian.
They eat comfort food. They just want something to comfort them. So they have the warm pot pies, the warm fluffy cakes and bread, everything that's warm.
It's cold outside.
Right, it's cooked in. Now, I made a video about cold therapy, how it's a healing therapy. In Siberia, people cut holes in the ice and they jump in the ice water to help heal themselves. Cold is not what makes you sick. It's what you do because you're cold.
To deal with that, you know what I do to deal with the cold here in Vegas? It still gets a little cold here. Rather than comfort food, I get into my comfortable onesie. And it hugs me the way we want the food to hug us, It's comfort. But I've never got sick in California.
Well, what do people...
And do you think people in California get as sick as they do every year?
Well, Californians are a breed unto their own.
It has nothing to do with weather.
No, it has to do with what you eat and how you treat yourself. What do other people, what's another thing people do when they're cold? They bundle up and they just sit there and they don't move their body the entire winter. They just sit there on the couch with the fire going, with their blanket around them, and they're on their internet and they watch TV and they eat and they sleep and they eat and they sleep and they're on the internet. They don't move their bodies. If you need to move your body, you need to get sunlight, even if it's wintertime. You need to go outside, get fresh air, get whatever sun is there. You need to move your body. You need to eat right. You need to get movement. Everything in your body needs to move. If things are not moving, you will stagnate, and that is illness.
Stagnant. Nothing is good when it's stagnant.
The answer is not, what do I take? Now, yes, you need lots of vitamin C because the body does not produce its own vitamin C. So yeah, take lots of vitamin C. Vitamin C is not going to help you if you keep eating the crap. If you keep eating the cake and the bread and the dairy and the cream sauce and all the crap, you are not going to get better no matter what you take.
I'll tell you why. Because your body, you are so bogged down, your body's so bogged down dealing with all this regular crap that when it's presented with a serious issue, it doesn't have the resources to take care of that. And guess what? You're going to feel the effects of that new enemy. You will feel the effects if you're eating that type of diet. Somebody like us, on the other hand, especially you, because you know how to kill things immediately, but we won't catch it in the first place because our bodies are great. They're done digesting food right now. They're like, okay, we're ready. We didn't give it problem food. We'll get more siren.
Here's another one. Here's the next siren. If your body is a breeding ground of yeast and sugar, and bread turns into that, then anything floating in the air is going to breed like crazy in you. So yeah, people have been getting sick this time of year since the beginning of time. Stop blaming the latest virus. There's a million viruses floating. I'm going to make a video about this in the next week or two. I don't want to get into it too much right now, but
I could sum it up right now. It's cause and effect. You know, you're clogged up, you're going to have a bad effect.
You're waiting for trouble. So whatever's floating around is going to hit you 10 times harder because you're run down because of your choices. So anyway, I don't want to lecture you guys. This is a new year. It's supposed to be great. Well, I want it to be great. And if you don't listen to me, it might not be great. You're going to be like miserable. I don't want you to be miserable, because when you're unhappy, you're going to start putting negative stuff on the internet because you're miserable and you want to share that misery. No, I want to hear good, happy stuff. So listen, do it. It's not fun, okay? A lot of the stuff that we're saying in the beginning, it's not fun.
In the beginning, it's not fun, but then when you see results, and you know, you get into taking care of this most awesome machine, this gift that we've been gifted,
vehicle,
our body. When you start getting into really taking care of it and giving it the right fuel, and doing good by it, not eating past 7, trying to get to bed by 10 p.m., sleeping in a healthy position on your arm, then you will get into it. It will be fun. So don't say, I know it's not fun. No, it can and it should be fun. I have a blast taking care of myself. Well, Happy New Year, you guys. And we hope you make amazing decisions for yourself and the planet and our future.
You can change, and it has to start with somebody. And if it's one person, if it's 10 people, that other people will see, hey, they're doing better. Let's copy them. So it's got to start somewhere. And pretty much eventually, the world would slowly start to change. You can't change 7 billion people overnight, but somebody's got to make the first move. The door is waiting. Here's the door to the new world. So we're going to see you out there, because we're not waiting for the world to change. Somebody's got to start the change. So
and this is what our channel is all about, trying to help those who need a little inspiration, a little kick in the right direction.
All right. So
you can do it.
We're going to start our life. You can come along if you want. Happy New Year. Come on, let's go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.